Good morning, YouTube. Yes, it is a great morning. Today is the 24th of September, 2022, and this is the brand new Detroit Disney driving dish, and yeah, we're live in metropolitan Detroit. Yeah, and boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, it's a great. Well, it looks kind of cloudy today. Today's weather looks kind of cloudy, even though I do see a break in the sky to the east where there are a lot of sun. The sun is shining through, but I don't know what the weather is going to be. Talking about weather, if you're in Florida now, oh boy, they've declared an emergency, and I would say be prepared to leave the state, or this may be a big deal. I would start preparing. I know there's some people who are probably gonna batten down the hatches and try to stay and whatnot, as always, but be safe. One of these hurricanes only lasts probably a couple of days at the most. You don't need a week's supply of anything, probably not. But yeah, be easy, people, on the supplies, and also be easy on whatnot. And I know I'm from Detroit, but I am I don't want to call it a survivor, because you're not really. I don't want to call it that, but I have been through a super typhoon in Okinawa back in 1996 during Hurricane Kirk. It was crazy. You can look it up on the internet. The eye of the typhoon engulfed the entire island of Okinawa, Japan. It was crazy stuff. Anyways, it is a beautiful day so far. I mean, it's like 57 degrees, 10 degrees warmer than it was the other day when I left to work at the exact same time. Believe it or not, yes. So there's some big time news. I know this will affect a lot of people that are Disney YouTubers. There's a big time news that came out that is basically come out that in 2023, that your YouTube shorts are going to count towards the Disney Partner Program. That's right. All those views, all those hours, everything that you get on your YouTube shorts are going to count towards the Disney YouTube program. And that's good for a lot of people, because sometimes your mainstream videos, your really long format is the word, long format videos don't perform as well as the shorts. And you can get a short that does really, really well with a bazillion views. You can ask JoJo, because he had one that had millions of views, but he didn't get paid very much at all. And that will turn, I don't know if that will count towards his year-round total, which is good. Which is good news. You know what I'm saying? And so that will bring him lots of dollars maybe in the future. I think that's going to be. I don't know if they'll go back and pay for those backwards videos in the back, going back in time. But I mean, anything's better than a stick in the eye. I think that's what they say, right? A stick in the eye. That's right. Anyways, any old house. So, talking about sunrise and sunsets, as the fall time progresses, sunrises and sunsets get closer to each other. The time of daylight we have is changing. I talked about it the other day, how some phenomenon here in Michigan. Right now, we have more sunlight than Florida, even though in the wintertime that's not really the case, where Florida has actually almost, it seems like an hour longer than Michigan up here in the north. Yeah, it's a great thing. That's what I say. It's I like sunsets. In Michigan, the sunsets and the sunrises are beautiful. The sun in the morning is super huge. At least the last times that I've seen it in the last few days. But the sunsets are a beautiful thing. I've always loved the Michigan sunsets, especially in the fall time. They are picturesque. I guess that's one of the words you can use. Picturesque. Yeah. Anyways, and talking about picturesque sunsets, you know, especially if you're up by Mackinac Island, which I know there's one YouTuber that I know from that area, Mackinac Island. You can get some really picturesque pictures of the Mackinac Bridge and whatnot. And one of my very types of photography is galaxy photography. So one of these days I'm gonna have to take a trip up to Mackinac Island or the bridge and area and get some really great photography photos, because that is one of my passions in life, on my bucket list to go do. And you got to get to one of these places where they call it a dark spot, you know, in the state or where you live. There's like a map that you can go to, and basically you can get the best galaxy photos from one of these places where it's super dark. They call them dark astronomy spots across the nation. You'd have to Google that out. Anyways, yeah. Another thing that I like in the fall time, I made a video yesterday and talked about all the things I like in the fall time, is the cider mill. I love cider mills. They're the best. We have you know, here in Michigan, we have a ton of cider mills. You know, some are, I think, some are more of a tourist trap than others. Because they have all the bells and whistles. The one I go to is one that you're in and out, get your donuts and roll. You know, you roll your donut in and roll your donut out. Roll in and roll out, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I love the donuts. But, you know, it's a sweet treat, and you have to, you know, what they say, take it in, you know, don't indulge in them all at one time, especially apple juice. They say apple juice can affect your immune system, and also give you some type of other upset stomach stuff if you drink so much of it. So don't drink a gallon of apple juice. It's not a good idea. Just saying. Anyways, so yeah, so that's a couple things here, and the weather here has been like, it's been this week. It's and I did confirm this week the weather is going to be cooler than normal, but next week the weather is going to be back in the 70s. I already seen on the 10-day forecast popping up that it's going to be like 75 in about a week from now, which is great. That's exactly when I seen on the weather map that the prediction was that the hot spot was going to be moving across the northern United States back into the Michigan area, which is awesome, because we don't have to be so cold yet. That is yet. Y-E-T. Anyways, so I've been listening to a couple Disney podcasts. The Diz. I've been listening to that. I'm trying to look for some more Disney podcasts, you know, some that are actually updated. They do podcasts more frequently than normal, than others. It's kind of like there's not that many of them, but I try to keep up with the things, you know, and listen to some podcasts and other differing opinions, and I've been thinking about maybe starting a podcast. I know that some people have thrown that word out there in our community, and I think that's a great thing. So anyways, and last thing I wanted to talk about is Victoria and Albert's. Well, we got a couple of minutes, and Victoria Albert's is this really expensive. I guess it's $600 and something for this latest article that I read per person to eat at Victoria and Albert's. And I have to say, I'm not really sure that I would ever eat there at Victoria and Albert's. And because of that price, I don't think that it's really worth it. You can find other really great restaurants that are Morton's of Chicago, or, you know, Don Shula's or something like that. Don Shula used to be the coach of the Miami Dolphins. at one point in time, and they have some great restaurants. So, you know, look, don't spend your money, $600 on just steak and some fancy schmancy stuff. Go out and use it. Otherwise, they could probably buy you a couple of meals for your families at the you know, at some Disney resort restaurants or something like that, and character experiences. You get much more for your money. So anyways, that's all I have for you this morning, this September 24th, a couple of items. And I really appreciate everybody being here for this short live. Remember to hit that notification bell and subscribe if you're not a subscriber. It's really superly helpful to the channel, and also helpful to you to know when we go live. Anyways, talk to you guys later, and have a great one. Bye-bye.